From finding the right fit to finding that perfect someone. Get your dancing shoes on. We're ready for prom on The Ekko. Hey everybody, welcome to The Ekko. I'm Noah Kullmann, and after 20 years of girls hosting this annual All Prom episode, I'm excited to be the guy to finally break that glass ceiling. It's Friday, May 17th, and many of you are anticipating tomorrow's big event. So let's take a look into all the work that has gone into getting our school ready for Prom 2019. This year's theme is Moonlit Garden, and our very own junior class officers have been hard at work this past month making decorations. And then, this week, setting up the gym. It takes hours and hours of time to transform the gymnasium into a prom-ready space. So, if you think the gym looks good now, wait until tomorrow when it's packed with shiny faces, dapper suits, and stunning dresses. We all know that one of the most fun parts of prom is dressing up, but some people like to dance on the line of tradition and style. Suiting up with this story is The Ekko's Brooke Cartwright.
Welcome to Prom 2018.
Prom, one of the most memorable times of our high school years. But preparation for the night isn't always easy. Well, some people find luck early.
I got my dress in January.
For others, it takes some time.
My mom and I went shopping one day over spring break.
Lauren Jimenez is a senior who searched through many dresses to find her perfect one.
So I just have the 50 dresses on my shoulder. I probably tried on 30 or so before I tried this one on.
And Ellie Bauer is also a senior who was stuck on what dress she wanted.
I tried on dresses for about 3 hours, and eventually I was stuck between that one and the yellow one, and then that ended up being the one.
But both of them found the dress made perfect for them.
It was the perfect fit, the perfect color. It's not like a navy blue like a lot of people have. It's a more of a royal blue. Well, it's blue and white. It's got a floral print on it with birds and stuff. It's really different. I mean, I love it.
From mermaid dresses to ball gowns, there are so many options for what to wear to prom. But one HHS senior takes their style in a different direction.
So I'm going to be wearing a dress. She's full length. She's sort of like a mesh material. She has flowers all over her, which I think will really match well with the Enchanted Garden theme. I'm quite excited about that.
While this isn't Auden Viver's first time going to prom, it will be their first time wearing a dress to prom.
Last year, when I decided that I would not be wearing a dress, I was quite excited, but also really worried.
Last year, Auden made the decision to wear a suit and even had the courage to do it alone.
And then Mr. Warren, he's like, "You ready for this, kid?" And I was like, "No." And then he's like,
Auden Verver.
And it was the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my whole life. Walking down there alone, and I was like, they all can see that I'm not wearing a dress.
While it may have sparked some controversy,
I regret feeling like I should be made to feel a certain way by other people's comments.
Auden does not regret rocking the suit.
I think that it was awesome. I think more people should do it.
But that does not mean the dress is a bad thing for Auden.
More than anything, I just wanted for nobody to care about what I was wearing.
And Auden loves the dress for more than one reason.
When my mom saw it for the first time, she's like, "I hate it." And I was like, "That's it. This is the one."
In the end, the outfit is not the most important thing.
It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. I'm just gonna be dancing to Footloose.
To anyone thinking of wearing something a little different,
I just hope that you wear whatever you want to.
As long as you are comfortable and happy.
Don't be like me. Don't get scared.
That's what matters in the end.
Whatever anyone else tells you, it doesn't even matter, because you're you, and you're the only person that has to live in here with you.
I'm Brooke Cartwright,
Just wear whatever you want, that's all.
reporting for The Echo.
Although finding the perfect dress is number one on most girls' prom to-do lists, hair and makeup is a close second. And lucky for all of you ladies, we have our very own makeup expert here at HHS. Senior Maria Navarro has been making YouTube tutorials helping girls with their makeup for almost 3 years now. She has even uploaded a few tutorials to her channel specifically for prom.
A lot of people did request for me to film videos with different prom looks, different prom tutorials to film and stuff like that, so my channel is full of prom looks as of this moment.
So, if you ladies are in need of some last-minute makeup ideas for prom, check out Maria on Instagram or YouTube at Maria's Lifestyle with 2 E's. Prom has a long history for generations of high school juniors and seniors. In fact, our research shows high school yearbooks were covering proms and including prom pictures all the way back in the 1930s and 1940s. Today's kind of prom is much different than what your parents may have experienced at theirs. Let's take a grand march down memory lane with the Echo's Trevor Zion.
Prom, the big event that happens but once a year. This big event has been going on since the early 1900s. 2 teachers at HHS have seen the changes through prom over the years. Mrs. Zabel and Mr. Zabel experienced their prom at a different time.
What year was it? 1989. 89.
I rented a tuxedo, and my
With tails.
tuxedo did have tails,
It did
and it
have
had a
tails.
cummerbund.
Yep.
And like, what were those shirts like? Didn't have all the little pleats on it or something?
I don't know that yours had pleats, but a lot of people's did. So a little
pleats.
fancier shirt, definitely
Clip-on
cummerbunds.
bow tie.
The clip-on bow tie, but yeah, tails. I had a huge, like massive crinoline, like big underskirt kind of thing. It was very dramatic and metallic and lace and all sorts of things.
In recent years, outfit changes have started to modernize. Sawyer Schmidt is a senior at HHS. He has had a lot of experience with HHS prom.
Say, I've gone to Hastings every year. Well, I've worn a suit every time. My freshman year, I wore a charcoal suit, and the last two years, I wore a black suit with a tie.
This year, it is relatively the same from over the years.
A light gray suit with a light blue tie.
All prom groups do things differently, but what the prom groups used to do over what prom groups do today.
It's always been carpooling with friends.
Dinner for prom groups is important.
Well, last year we went to Vino in the Valley, which is an Italian restaurant on a vineyard out past Ellsworth.
Going back on what the kids did back in the day for prom.
We didn't go in a big group or in a party bus, or I don't think that was that big of a thing.
That wasn't a
back
thing either.
then.
No, maybe it would be one other couple in a car.
Two couples would go together. That was about it. But
If you were super cool, you borrowed your parents'
I
nicer
borrowed
car.
my grandpa's Buick, I think.
Yep, I
because
think
it
you
was
did.
nicer than my parents' Chevrolet. It was
Or
nicer
your-
than my rusted out pickup truck.
Even 30 years ago, prom groups were still making sure they made it to dinner.
My junior year, his senior year, we went in a big group.
We all met for
at a
dinner.
restaurant, right at a nice place, and
wasn't
made
it the Lowell
reservations.
Inn
We went to the Lowell Inn,
Lowell Inn
in
in
Stillwater.
Stillwater for dinner.
Not just what the prom groups do, but how much they spend is even more different.
And I still remember it was like $73 for the two of us, and I
That
thought
seemed
that was
exorbitantly
crazy.
more
Yeah.
money than I'd ever spent on a meal in my life.
Exactly.
We know today that would be cheap. One of the biggest changes in prom is how much we spend. In 2015, the average prom goer spent $919 on prom, and it reached a max of $1,139 in 2013. Promposals have always been a thing, but how it was done is what has changed.
I'm not a very creative thinker in that sense of thinking like for crazy promposals. It's usually just a poster that usually pertains to some kind of inside joke.
The whole promposal thing was not a thing at all. And if you weren't dating, I think it was more like, hey, my friend needs a date, you guys want to go? Like there was, like the whole promposal thing was not a thing at all.
I don't recall that.
So whether you are rocking out in a party bus or taking it old school driving yourself, prom will always be the most memorable night of the year. This is Trevor Zion reporting for The Echo.
No prom would be complete without a prom song. This year's junior class officers selected the song Tenerife Sea by Ed Sheeran. However, with Ed too busy to make it to Hastings, auditions were held a couple weeks ago to select the couple who would perform the song preceding Grand March, and juniors Becca Schill and Ben Ashman were the talented duo selected by the judges. and they have been rehearsing ever since to make sure tomorrow's prom will be the highlight of your year. Okay, maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. I mean, way before the song is sung at Grand March, way before all of the chatter about where to have dinner, and way before the suits and gowns are selected, one particular question needs to be asked. You know what I'm talking about. And if you've been following social media, we've all seen the promposals that have been going on here at HHS throughout the last month. Well, recently, the Ekko had the chance to go behind the scenes on one promposal in particular. Here's Jenna Erickson with the story.
Many promposals have been happening these last few weeks at HHS. From the typical signs and cheesy puns, to even writing a song.
Hey, Faith.
The Ekko got to shine the spotlight and go behind the scenes on one ask in particular. One special promposal that happened right here at the Forstad's 3rd Street home.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy. I'm sick. I'm not gonna be there.
Where junior Robbie Geiken asked one of his best friends to prom.
We met in talks class when someone, I'm not going to say their name, threw like spitballs into her hair. And I sat right behind her and I'd always tell her, I'd be like, hey, Faith, you got something in your hair?
Faith Forstad is a junior here at HHS, and she is beyond excited for this special night.
It's really fun to get all dressed up, you know, the night of nights.
She is excited to spend it with Robbie, one of her closest friends.
Yeah, I'm super excited for prom. We're going to Buca for dinner, and then we're probably going to go to Sky Zone and go bowling.
Robbie got the idea of asking her because of one moment they shared together at school.
She goes, I'm going to have a light snack, and then she pulls out this huge chunk of carrot cake. So I decided to ask her, will you be my light snack at prom, and then have a carrot cake.
And Robbie is not only close with Faith, but is close with her parents as well.
Yes, I definitely am really close to Dave and Holly. I tell them a lot more than I tell most people.
And this cozy house on 3rd Street is not just an open door for Robbie, but for many more of Faith's friends as well.
It's always just super loud and spontaneous. There's always something going on here, and then everyone just has super positive vibes, and you can be yourself here.
It is a place where all of her friends are loved and feel welcome.
It's always a welcoming environment. As soon as you walk in the door, you're welcome. There's no hate here. Everything that is said here stays here. It's a really safe environment.
Faith can attest to the relationships her friends have made with her parents.
Yeah, I think it's really special how close they are with some of my friends. My friends really trust them to give them advice, and they're super close to them, and I think it's awesome.
Holly and Dave have created a huge impact on the lives of these HHS students.
Her parents are super important to me. If I didn't have Dave and Holly in my life, I wouldn't be who I am right now. I'd be the shy girl, and you would not know who I am.
But let's remember, the first year we didn't know Shannon because Shannon didn't talk.
Right.
Shannon would come over and scurry upstairs, be real quiet, and then scurry back down and leave.
And one more thing that makes this house on 3rd Street such a loving home is the fact that Holly and Dave are high school sweethearts. High school sweethearts who went to prom together themselves.
No. Are you sure?
That is not what happened.
Are you sure?
No, we didn't make signs. That wasn't a thing.
That's how I remember it.
That wasn't a thing.
Actually, she's right. It wasn't a thing back then.
So how did you really ask me then?
2 ho-hos.
No.
And there's a picture your mom has of you eating the ho-ho going, oh,
No.
lucky me.
No, he's a storyteller.
And of course, Dave is excited to embarrass Faith and her friends at Grand March.
For sure. They're all potential victims.
He's very skilled at that.
So from Dave's humor and Holly's big heart, Faith and her friends are blessed with the best role models around.
Dave is basically my therapist.
So whether it's high school sweethearts, friendships that mean the world,
They're all really, really, really good kids.
or even a cake promposal, this cute home on 3rd Street is a home to many. A home to be yourself, and of course, to cherish each other's company.
Let's go get your grab on.
I'm Jenna Erickson, reporting for The Ekko.
Make sure you look out for Faith and the squad rocking out on the dance floor. And of course, to spot Dave and Holly shouting support from the stands at Grand March. I hope to catch all of you shaking a leg tomorrow night at Prom 2019. But no matter what you choose to do this weekend, please be safe. We want to see all of your smiling faces back here on Monday morning. I'm Noah Coleman. Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Ekko.
You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that. The way it falls on the side of your neck, down your shoulders and back. We are surrounded by all of these lies, and people are talking too much. You got the kind of look in your eyes as if no one knows anything but us. Should this be the last thing I see? I want you